Welcome to the Southwest Local School District New Schools groundbreaking ceremony. In less than 2 years, a brand new state-of-the-art Harrison Elementary School will be built right behind me. We thank each of you for making it out to today's ceremony and for making our schools and children a top priority each day. There were many that doubted this day would ever happen. Thank you for believing in our schools and our future and for putting action behind your words. Please stand for the national anthem performed by our Harrison High School band under the leadership of Mr. Brian Egan. Today would not have happened without the tremendous effort and support of many. First, our Southwest Local School District Board of Education. Please stand when your name is called. Tricia Evanson, Linda Peak, Susan Robards, Vice President Mike King, and Board President Jeffrey Biddle. As Mr. Biddle makes his way to the podium, we also want to thank a retired board member who was part of our team when the levy was passed, Mr. Walter Shunk.
Well, I'd like to welcome all of you here today for probably one of the greatest days in my lifetime in the Southwest Local School District. The commencing of building of new elementary buildings and a new junior high building. It's going to serve the educational needs of the 21st century for the children of this community. I'm just going to go back at a little historical interest here. When this building was built back in the 1920s, well, this community didn't expand much more between the valley you see here encompassing the Whitewater River Valley. The school that shall we say, took its place for high school was located across the street in the parking lot across the street from here. Now that school served the community very well. This school served our community well. It was probably, for its time, one of the great things going for the community. But to give you an idea, when I was in kindergarten, I went through 7 years of school in this building. In kindergarten, I can still remember that old building across the street still standing. It was pretty much in ruins, but it was still here. And that building that we're right in back of us here today, that building has served my dad, my aunts, my uncle, served my kids, myself, my wife, and it's even serving my grandkids today. And it's done its job. But it's time to move on and provide something that's going to meet their educational needs. So when I look out there and see my granddaughter out there today and the grandchildren that'll be coming through, I'm looking very forward to this new facility that's going to go up in back of where I'm standing right now. This is a great day for our district. The kids out there now, maybe they don't get it quite as much, but they like the idea there'll be drones and there'll be heavy equipment. But the thing is about it, it's going to be for their future and the kids that follow them. So with that, no further ado, let's get moving. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Biddle. I'm glad we could time up the drone properly this time. Our administrative team here at Southwest Local Schools is one of the finest group of leaders in Ohio. Please hold your applause until the end. Please stand when your name is called. Treasurer Thomas Lowe. Assistant Superintendent Corinne Hayes. Director of Operations Adam Lobeck. Pupil Services Director Kirsten Rogers and her assistant Nick Raw, and former Pupil Service Director Laura Myers. Director of Facilities and Communication Mr. Mike Morris. High School Principal Mr. Matt Lindley and his assistants are Mr. Mivers, Chris Niehaus, and Brandon McBee. I'd also like to thank our former high school principal, Mr. Davis Baker, who is also part of our team in the levy past. Our junior school principal, Christian Tracy, and his assistant, Dan Rouster. Crosby Elementary Principal, Joanna Gotti. Harrison Elementary Principal Extraordinaire, Mr. Ron Mangus. Miami Town Principal, Dave Kelly, and Whitewater Valley Principal, Mia Neckel. I also want to thank our former superintendent who actually began the facilities planning process years ago and really got the ball rolling for today to happen, Mr. Chris Brown. We can give him some love. Next, the levy team that helped get our November 2017 bond issue over the hump, winning by just 198 votes out of almost 7,300 cast that day. Again, please hold your applause until the end. Fountain Square Group members Jamie Schwartz, Cody Rizzuto, and Katie Metz. Levy campaign chairs Jennifer Lurk, Michelle Graff, Patty Van Cleve, and Melissa McKendrick. Levy treasurer Karen Renz, and our finance chair Mr. Joe Moss. Let's give them a round of applause. I like the passion. A special thank you to our community advisory team, CAT, who helped shape the final plan that went to voters on November 7th, 2017. If you're a member of the CAT team, please stand to be recognized. Next, our local government leaders, including the Mayor of Harrison, Bill Nyer, Harrison City Council member Ryan Grubbs, Crosby and Whitewater Township trustees, as well as Harrison Township trustees and their respective fiscal officers, including former treasurer here at Southwest Local Schools, Greg Bybee, Hamilton County Commissioner Janice Driehaus. Please stand. Up next, Mayor Nyer's comments.
Thank you, John. Today's the first day in a great future for the school district. About 25 years ago, I moved to the district, and 23 years ago, my first child entered the halls of this school. It set the foundation for their future. The staff here, many of which I still see, gave them the basic tools to be successful in life. That starts early, kindergarten or preschool, and then carries on through the entire process. We've had great staff, great administration, great teachers in these schools over the years. That's why this growth is occurring. People move to a community because they have great, strong schools. This expansion of our schools will now give more space, more tools, more technology so that our students are prepared for the future. And that can't start late in their career as a student. It needs to start day one. They need to learn day one what technology can do for them, what they want to do with it, and how they're going to deal with it. And this school here, this new school, is going to give the students that come to it those tools to be successful in life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Nyer. Next, I'd like to thank the Greater Harrison Chamber of Commerce, as well as our Harrison Police and Fire Departments, who help us to support our number one goal of student and staff safety each and every day. Thank you, gentlemen. And last but certainly not least, our local churches, and This City, His City, for their tremendous support over the years. Shifting gears to the team that is now tasked with building 4 new schools concurrently and renovating the high school, all in the next 24 months. Each new school is scheduled to be finished by the fall of 2021. I was thinking about this earlier this week when the heat index was pushing 100 degrees. We have just one more fall in our schools with no air conditioning. Hear, hear. Our partners in this project in providing 32% of the funding for this endeavor, the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission, or OFCC. Jeff Westhoven and Kate Magovic.
Thanks, John. So is everybody excited to be back in school? All right, I hear a lot of yeses and a few nos, but hopefully in 2 years from now, we're going to be all yeses. Again, I'm Kim Magovac, and I have the privilege to serve as the project manager from the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission. And the state of Ohio not only provides financial support for K-12 buildings, but also offers expert knowledge sharing in the planning, design, and construction of your new facilities. By assisting the district in administrating the project, this allows more time for you to focus on the fun stuff, like the design of your classrooms and the playgrounds and these learning spaces, which will be a place that you will love to come to every day. A groundbreaking ceremony marks the start of construction, but a lot of effort has gone to get us to this point today. So congratulations to the entire project team on achieving this milestone, and congratulations to this deserving community for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. I'd like to echo her comments, especially to thank the group that has spent the last 20 months shaping and designing our new schools. SHP architects Jeffrey Sackenheim, Jenny Gallo, and Todd Thackeray. And team, sorry. I see a couple others. Welcome, Todd. It's good to see you. Skanska Mega Construction, we have Chris Hopper, Evans, Peter Becker, Chase Eggers, Eric Morton, Dave McGee, and team. On the engineering side, we have Steve Cordy and his team from Kleiningers. Next, we have 2 rounds of dirt moving photos that are going to be taken, and then our band will finish with the fight song. After the fight song is complete, we plan to take several additional rounds of photos, especially with students, teachers, and community members, with the shovels and hard hats. For those interested, please stick around. Thank you all for coming out today and for your unwavering support of our students, our schools, and the greater Harrison community. Today's events will shape the next 50 years here and will drastically improve the education provided to over 230,000 students during that same time frame. For those wanting a photo, please stick around and we'll make that happen. Our next big ceremony will be the ribbon cutting in early August 2021. Thanks for coming out.